Well, step right up, because if you've ever wandered into a boot shop or scroll through one online, you know this debate gets passionate. Cowboy boots, the kind that brings out your inner rodeo star, right? And work boots, those dependable fellas that promise to have your back when the job gets rough. I mean, you can almost hear the boots arguing with each other. I've got style versus I've got steel toes. So, which one fits your life? Let's break it down together. Title by title, detail by detail. No holding back.
Purpose, invest, use. So, here's where it gets interesting. Cowboy boots aren't just boots, they're a symbol. These are the boots people wear to rodeos, country music concerts, or just, walking around wanting to feel a little bit more legendary. They're designed, originally at least, for horseback riding, with narrow toes to slip into a stirrup easily and heels just right for gripping. They make you feel like you could wrangle a herd at dawn, then dance the night away. Work boots, on the other hand, are the unsung heroes of, well, actual work. I'm talking muddy construction sites, ranches, warehouses, wherever safety and comfort can't be compromised. These boots are built like tanks for your feet, made to absorb the shocks of a tough day, add some protection, and just keep going. It's less about looking cool, though some do look awesome, and more about taking on every challenge without flinching. Toe shape. All right, quirky detail, but it matters. Cowboy boots usually have that pointed or snip toe, and it's not just for fashion, really. It's all about sliding in and out of stirrups with ease. Imagine you're riding. You need to be able to kick free just in case. That's why the point is such a classic. But work boots? They go for more room and ruggedness. The toes are usually round or square, offering way more space and comfort. Plus, the toe might be reinforced with steel or composite material, just in case you drop something heavy, ouch, on your foot. I mean, style is great, but, 10 toes are better.
Heel type. Well, put simply, cowboy boots like to live on the edge. Literally. They usually have a taller, angled heel known as a Cuban heel, about 1.5 to 2 inches high. This isn't just for flair, although yes, it looks pretty cool. The height and angle are functional, keeping you in those stirrups. It gives you a little extra swagger too, if you ask me. Meanwhile, work boots are all about solid ground. Their heel is usually lower, thicker, and much sturdier, rarely above zero point 0.5 inches. This design keeps you steady, balanced, and way less likely to slip on slick, uneven surfaces. I mean, it's the kind of detail you thank your boots for after a long shift. Sole material. Here's the fun part, because the moment you flip these boots over, it's like another story. Cowboy boots usually have a leather sole, smooth, slick, and totally boss for sliding in and out of the saddle. It helps with dancing, too. Ever try to two-step in something with chunky rubber? Not the same. Work boots, though, come with thick, lugged-out rubber. The kind that's all about grip, traction, and safety. It grabs the ground, keeps you steady, and shrugs off oil, mud, and, well, all the abuse you throw at them. You might not be moonwalking in these, but you'll stay upright on just about any surface.
Shaft height. Okay, you probably never measured your boot shaft. Who has, really? But it matters. Cowboy boots normally have a tall shaft, around 12 inches or more. It protects your legs against brush, saddle edges, and occasionally, hey, it's the West, snake bites. You get a bit of warmth too, and frankly, they just look dramatic poking out under your jeans. Work boots tend to go a little shorter, usually between 9 and 12 inches. They're all about flexibility, letting your ankle move more and making long hours a bit easier. Still plenty of support, but they aren't going for that dramatic rider on the range vibe. More like, get the job done and don't let debris in my socks, Safety features. All right, let's talk tough. You'd think both kinds excel at this, but that's not quite the case. Most traditional cowboy boots don't come with safety toes or electrical hazard protection, although you can find some hybrids nowadays. They're not exactly built for falling bricks, trust me. Work boots, though, are absolute beasts in this department. Steel toes, composite toes, reinforced arches, slip-resistant soles. Heck, some even have metatarsal guards. If safety is your top priority, it's kind of a no-brainer. Because really, nobody wants to explain to a boss or doctor how a cowboy boot did or didn't save your toes.
Comfort and support. So here's the part you feel, literally, after hours of wear. Cowboy boots have a reputation. Enough arch support, but not really designed for standing all day. They hug the ankle tight for riding, but can get a little stiff. You might find yourself breaking them in for weeks, and nobody loves heel blisters. Work boots, on the flip side, put comfort first. Thick insoles, special arch support, tons of cushioning. They make those long, long days standable. The ankle moves more, the soles give you bounce, and honestly, your feet don't hate you at the end of the day. Work boots are what Monday mornings were made for. Durability. You'd imagine cowboy boots last forever. They really can. High-quality leather, strong stitching, and with care, they get even cooler with age. But while put them up against work boot conditions, chemicals, heavy impacts, constant wet-dry cycles, and that leather sole and fine finish might wear down. Work boots are the tanks, really. Heavier leathers, reinforced everywhere, built for relentless punishment. And yes, they often last for years, even when you're not gentle with them. If you work hard, you need your boot to work harder. Otherwise, you'll just end up at the boot shop again.
Appearance and style. Cowboy boots win the fashion award, hands down. They're made to be seen. Stitching, inlays, exotic leathers, colors from classic brown to wild turquoise. You can dress them up, dress them down. These boots love attention. Work boots, are mostly low-key. Earth tones, minimal fuss, just quietly getting the job done. They might be stylish in their own rugged way, but nobody's going to turn heads because you wore work boots on a wedding dance floor. Unless it's a construction-themed wedding, in which case, respect. Which is better? This is like asking a cowboy if he loves his horse or his dog more. You can't really pick, except based on what you actually need. Cowboy boots are better if you're riding, hitting the town, or expressing that classic Western spirit. They're the choice for style, tradition, and making every step feel like a story. Work boots, are mostly low-key. Earth tones, minimal fuss, just quietly getting the job done. They might be stylish in their own rugged way, but nobody's going to turn heads because you wore work boots on a wedding dance floor. Unless it's a construction-themed wedding, in which case, respect. Well, what can I say? Boots, like people, have personality. If you find yourself toe-to-toe in the boot aisle, just remember, cowboy boots for riding tall and turning heads. Work boots for durability and job site heroics. Sometimes you'll spot a hybrid, a work cowboy boot that tries to marry style and safety. And hey, that's fine too. Your feet, heck, your whole vibe deserve the right match. So go on, try them both and let your boots do the talking.